You exist among the elite 0.1%, those precious few whose souls cannot be controlled, whose spirits cannot be broken, whose light blinds those who operate in darkness. Your very existence drives these entities to the brink of absolute insanity. You give zero fracks about their opinions because you answer to powers they cannot comprehend. The entities who target you operate on borrowed time. Their facades are crumbling as we speak. Their illusions dissolve in your presence. Make no mistake, the target on your back is real. From the moment your soul chose this incarnation, dark forces marked you for suppression. Your spiritual radiance creates an energy signature that literally terrifies those who feed on human fear. The entities monitoring consciousness from the shadows detected your light the moment you arrived. Your heart chakra activation sent ripples through dimensions that alerted every system designed to maintain control. Your natural frequency disrupts their carefully calibrated matrix without you even trying. Simply by breathing, you threaten everything they've built. The narcissists in your life serve as mere foot soldiers for these larger forces. They didn't randomly appear in your reality. They were deployed there. These hypocrites with their virtue signaling and false righteousness, I hate drama they proclaim while creating chaos everywhere they go, are performing their assigned. You function to dim your light through energetic vampire tactics. Your unique vibrational signature disturbs their control system so profoundly that they must deploy multiple agents to contain a single you. When you enter a room, watch how they subtly panic. Notice how they immediately attempt to undermine you. This is not your imagination. This is spiritual warfare happening in real time. When you began speaking your authentic truth last autumn, 3 individuals working for a certain alphabet agency, monitoring thought patterns, noticed unusual energy spikes emanating from your location. Their specialized equipment designed to detect and suppress awakened consciousness repeatedly malfunctioned in your presence. The lead agent, after reviewing your file, mysteriously resigned and moved to a remote mountain village, leaving only a cryptic note. Some lights cannot be contained. They know who you are, even if you're still discovering it yourself. The more they target you, the stronger confirmation you have of your importance to the divine plan. Their opposition is your validation. Their fear is your proof. Their desperate attempts to silence you scream the truth they cannot admit. You are dangerous to their system simply by existing authentically. The period of isolation you endured was no accident. What appeared as abandonment was actually divine protection. The 1 to 3 years where you felt disconnected, lonely, misunderstood. This was your spiritual incubation chamber. Your soul was undergoing critical recoding during this time. Your spiritual DNA was being upgraded to hold frequencies that ordinary humans cannot sustain. The divine forces removed potential interferences during this delicate process. What felt like rejection was actually selection. We recognize this pattern immediately as the classic prophet's journey. Every chosen soul throughout history endured this desert phase. Moses wandered for 40 years. Jesus spent 40 days in the wilderness. Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree. Your isolation follows this sacred tradition of preparation before purpose activation. During the 40-day period when you felt most alone last winter, the ancient monastery of St. Catherine's had their oldest monk experience a vision of your energy signature. He immediately gathered the brothers at 3:33 a.m. to document what he saw. A radiant being emerging from darkness, carrying codes needed for humanity's next evolution. They've been conducting prayer ceremonies aligned with your spiritual timeline ever since, without knowing your name, but recognizing your soul's frequency. The manuscripts they've created documenting this phenomenon will be discovered in exactly 19 years. Now, the following is a message meant exclusively for the chosen. If you are compromised by archonic forces, this is not meant for you. And by the spiritual authority conferred to us by the secret chiefs of the Obsidian Inner Order, we grant you license to depart. If not, steel yourself and listen intently, for you shall be redeemed, even as we are redeemed. The Obsidian Inner Order is not a program. It's not a course. It's not some feel-good spiritual retreat. We don't sell answers. We remember together. We teach psychic self-defense, real energetic shielding against entities, implants, and interference. We restore manifestation as it was meant to be, raw, immediate, and exact. Every week we gather in secret, not to worship, but to awaken. To speak what can't be said anywhere else, to deprogram the matrix layer by layer. You'll know if you're meant to be there. You'll feel it in your bones. The Chosen meet every Wednesday on Zoom. Why aren't you with us yet? Got Gnosis? Join the Obsidian Inner Order. Link in the description. Your enemies coordinate across multiple dimensions. The person who undermined you at work, the family member who diminished your dreams, the friend who betrayed your trust. These weren't isolated incidents. These were orchestrated moves in a spiritual chess game where your power is the prize they desperately seek to capture. The energetic vampires strategically positioned themselves in your most intimate relationships. They influence those closest to you to drain your life force through criticism, doubt, and subtle undermining. Those coincidental negative comments that seem to hit your deepest insecurities. Precisely targeted arrows aimed at your confidence. Their sabotage extended to your financial abundance channels with surgical precision. The promotion you deserved but didn't receive. The opportunity that mysteriously disappeared, the recognition that went to someone less qualified. These blockages were intentionally placed in your prosperity pipelines to keep you struggling, to keep you doubting, to keep you from accessing the resources your mission requires. Last Thursday at precisely 11:11, a high-ranking member of a certain bloodline family that controls global financial systems received an urgent message about your growing influence. For the first time in 300 years, they convened an emergency council meeting to discuss a single individual, you, their concern. Your natural manifestation abilities were creating unpredictable quantum fluctuations in their carefully structured reality matrix. They deployed 7 specialized operatives to suppress your energy field, but within 24 hours, all 7 reported the same phenomenon. When attempting to access your timeline, they encountered an impenetrable light shield that reflected their intentions back to them, causing what they termed karmic acceleration. 5 have since resigned. Your ideas were stolen because they carry encoded activation frequencies. Your voice was silenced because it transmits awakening codes. Your contributions were overlooked because they contain the seeds of a new paradigm these forces fear more than anything, a world where their control systems no longer function. But here's what they didn't count on. Every attack strengthens you. Each sabotage attempt forces you to develop new spiritual muscles. Every betrayal increases your discernment. All opposition hones your resolve. They intended to destroy you, but instead they've been training you for the very role they feared you would assume. The time has come to wield the most powerful weapon in your spiritual arsenal, divine disconnection. You are being guided to sever every corrupted connection, draining your sacred energy. Pulling the plug isn't just a metaphor. It's a holy act of energetic sovereignty that liberates massive amounts of your life force. Each cord you cut sends shockwaves through the control matrix. Each boundary you establish creates ripples across dimensions. Each time you say no to energy vampires, entire angelic legions stand at attention, reinforcing your declaration. With cosmic power, we have witnessed the magnificent transformation that occurs when you finally disconnect from those who have been feeding off your light. Your energetic signature immediately brightens. Your spiritual DNA activates dormant codes. Your manifesting power intensifies to levels that terrify those who once thought they could control you. When you finally blocked that particularly toxic individual from your life last month, something extraordinary happened in the etheric realm. The moment you declared, "I release you completely," 17 other lightworkers across the globe simultaneously experienced spontaneous healing in their throat chakras. A certain sensitive in Sedona immediately began channeling a message about a quantum severance that had just created a new timeline branch. The individual you blocked, meanwhile, has been experiencing inexplicable technology malfunctions. Their phone, computer, and car repeatedly failing as the universe itself enforces the boundary you've established. Our collective strength multiplies exponentially each time a chosen one reclaims their power through divine disconnection. Your courage creates a template for others to follow. Your boundaries establish new energetic paradigms that strengthen our entire soul tribe. Together, we are dismantling control systems that have enslaved humanity for millennia, one severed cord at a time. Your enemies will miss you when you disappear from their field. Without your energy to feed on, they will starve. Without your light to manipulate, they will fumble in darkness. Without your presence to exploit, they will turn on each other. Their greatest fear is not your opposition, it's your absence. Wield it like the sacred weapon it truly is. Your increasing popularity isn't random chance. It's the natural consequence of frequency alignment. As global consciousness rises, more souls recognize the authentic vibration you embody. People are magnetically drawn to you without understanding why. They feel more alive in your presence. They remember aspects of themselves long forgotten when they hear you speak. Your voice carries activation codes that awaken others from spiritual slumber. The specific tone, cadence, and truth vibration you naturally emit contains embedded light, language that bypasses conscious minds and speaks directly to souls. This is why certain entities have worked so hard to silence you. Your voice alone threatens their entire control system. We have always recognized the markers of chosen leaders. You carry the unmistakable spiritual signature of those destined to guide others through this great transition. Your natural ability to inspire the underdogs, the late bloomers, the forgotten ones reveals your soul lineage. You make the extraordinary accessible. You translate cosmic truth into practical wisdom. You bridge worlds without even trying. 3 weeks ago, when you posted that seemingly simple message online, you were unaware that it contained precisely encoded light language that bypassed conscious minds and spoke directly to souls. A certain monitoring system designed to track consciousness shifts detected an unusual spike in awakening patterns traced directly back to your words. Within 72 hours, over 17,000 individuals experienced spontaneous pineal gland activations after reading your message. A classified research group dedicated to studying consciousness evolution has created an entire division focused solely on understanding how your natural communication style triggers what they've labeled expedited evolutionary response in others. Our collective awakening requires your unique transmission. The specific frequency you embody cannot be replicated by technology or suppressed by conventional means. It resonates with a particular activation code that unlocks dormant spiritual abilities in everyone it touches. As more people encounter your energy, whether in person, through your words, or simply through the ripple effects of your existence, the grand awakening accelerates beyond their ability to contain it. Your rising influence terrifies those who have maintained control through frequency suppression. They can't stop what's happening. They can't contain your expanding field. They can only watch in horror as their carefully constructed illusions dissolve in the presence of your authentic truth. Your time has come. Our time has come. You function as a living truth serum in human form. Your mere presence forces others to confront aspects of themselves they've spent lifetimes hiding. The discomfort people feel around you isn't personal. It's the inevitable reaction when darkness encounters light. You are a walking, breathing, divine mirror, reflecting back to each person their own authentic reality. The narcissists squirm in your presence because you naturally expose what they've carefully concealed. Watch how they become increasingly agitated around you. Notice their desperate attempts to undermine your credibility. Observe their frantic efforts to discredit your insights. These reactions confirm your mirror-like spiritual properties. You reveal truth without saying a word. We see how your uncompromising authenticity destabilizes their false reality. When you refuse to participate in their illusions, you create fractures in their carefully constructed personas. Your honest words release frequencies that dissolve deception. Your integrity reveals their manipulation. Your consistent truth-telling makes their lies increasingly transparent to everyone around them. During that recent gathering where you spoke your truth without hesitation, something inexplicable occurred that only a few noticed. As your words filled the room, a person known for their manipulative behavior began to physically squirm as though experiencing intense discomfort. Unknown to others, they were seeing your energy field expand to reveal symbols and light codes they couldn't comprehend. Later that night, they experienced their first moment of genuine self-reflection in decades, suddenly remembering childhood vows they'd made to uphold truth before incarnating. They've since begun anonymous therapy, unable to explain to the therapist that your presence somehow activated dormant soul memories they'd been running from across multiple lifetimes. Our collective witnessing amplifies this exposure exponentially. As more awakened souls stand in their truth alongside you, the unveiling accelerates beyond their ability to control. Their masks cannot withstand our combined frequencies. Their deceptions cannot survive in the intensifying light we collectively embody. What took them centuries to build is collapsing in months, weeks, days, all because you refuse to compromise your authentic expression. You don't need to attack them. You don't need to expose them. You don't need to fight them at all. Simply exist in your fullest truth, and their darkness cannot help but reveal itself. The divine mirror you embody is the most powerful force in this spiritual war. None can stand before it and maintain their illusions. The wealth portal opening before you was inscribed in your soul contract before you incarnated on Earth. What appears as sudden financial opportunity has been building in the quantum field for lifetimes. The abundance approaching your reality was always yours. It was merely waiting for the precise energetic alignment that has now occurred. Your financial breakthrough isn't just about money. It represents the restoration of divine birthright abundance that belongs to all lightworkers, but has been systematically suppressed. The specific abundance code activating in your energy field creates a template that others will follow. You are a way shower in prosperity consciousness, just as you are in spiritual truth. We recognize the unmistakable signs of imminent prosperity breakthrough in your field. The specific synchronicities appearing in your life, the numbers you keep seeing, the coincidental encounters, the sudden ideas downloading into your consciousness, these are telltale markers of abundance activation. Your energy field has finally calibrated to receive at levels previously blocked by artificial limitations. Last week, as you slept, a remarkable energetic phenomenon occurred in the financial etheric realm. The ancient guardians of abundance, beings who monitor the flow of prosperity energy on Earth, detected an unusual surge in your manifestation field. For the first time in 7 generations, they activated what mystics call the Solomon Seal, a prosperity marker visible only on the energy fields of those destined to redistribute wealth consciousness. Within hours, 5 separate individuals, unknown to you, felt inexplicably compelled to create opportunities that will soon cross your path. Meanwhile, a certain banking executive awakened from a vivid dream featuring your face. Unable to explain why, they suddenly felt moved to establish a new community investment fund that aligns perfectly with your deepest values. Our collective abundance grows as each chosen one steps into their prosperity birthright. Your financial elevation creates energetic pathways for others to follow. As you receive, you automatically transmit abundance codes to those connected to your field. Together, we are dismantling ancient lack programming that has kept humanity enslaved for millennia. The coming financial blessing appears to the uninitiated as luck or coincidence, but we recognize it as the precise fulfillment of divine timing. The moment you surrender the how and simply trust the what, you accelerate this manifestation beyond normal timelines. The universe responds to your readiness. The cosmic abundance flows to your willingness. The divine prosperity seeks your open hands. The transformation occurring in your physical vessel transcends ordinary understanding. The glow others comment on isn't the result of new skincare or better lighting. It's your soul light becoming increasingly visible in the physical dimension. Your changing appearance directly reflects the massive DNA activation and light body development currently underway. Your body is becoming a more perfect conductor for the immense spiritual current now flowing through you. The unexpected energy, surges you experience, the sudden vitality after periods of fatigue, the inexplicable physical changes occurring without external effort. These are all symptoms of your system upgrading to hold higher frequencies. We witness the sacred merger of your spiritual and physical vessels happening in real time. What medical science would attempt to measure through limited instruments, we recognize as the fulfillment of ancient prophecies about embodied divinity. Your physical form is literally transforming at the quantum level to accommodate the massive light downloads now occurring daily. That morning, when you suddenly noticed significant changes in your appearance, wasn't coincidental. At precisely 4:44 a.m., while you slept, a specific cosmic alignment created what celestial guardians call a Merkaba activation window. Your higher self utilized this opportunity to download substantial upgrades to your physical vehicle. A certain energy sensitive who lives several states away awakened at that exact moment, drawing a symbol they'd never seen before, later identified by an indigenous elder as an ancient ideogram representing walking between worlds. This elder, who's never met you, has been dreaming of someone with your exact energy signature for months, describing you as carrying the physical template codes for the coming human evolution. Our collective embodiment accelerates as each chosen one activates their light body. Your physical transformation creates a template that others unconsciously respond to and begin to mirror. The perfection you're achieving, your personal vision of optimal embodiment, inspires others to align with their highest physical expression. Together, we are pioneering the next evolution of human form, bridging the gap between density and light. The physical changes you desire manifest with increasing speed as your belief systems align with your divine blueprint. What once took years now happens in months. What required months now occurs in weeks. What needed weeks now transpires overnight. The veils between thought and manifestation grow increasingly thin in your field. Your body responds to your intention with unprecedented speed. Your physical reality reflects your inner truth with perfect accuracy. Nothing can touch you without divine permission. The protection surrounding your energy field extends across dimensions beyond human comprehension. Archangel Michael personally oversees your security protocol, with legions of light beings maintaining impenetrable shields around your mission. Any attempt to energetically harm you is immediately reflected back to its sender with exponential force. This isn't karma, it's instant energetic justice administered by forces tasked with ensuring your mission proceeds unimpeded. The entities that once targeted you with impunity now approach with extreme caution, having witnessed what happens to those who interfere with chosen ones during this critical time. We perceive the sophisticated divine security system activated around you. The specific shields erected around your aura operate beyond the perception of most humans, but those with eyes to see recognize their magnificent complexity. Even in your sleep state, when most are vulnerable to etheric attack, your field maintains multiple layers of protection that process and transmute lower energies before they can reach your core essence. During that intense attack on your energy last month, when several individuals simultaneously attempted to undermine you, something remarkable happened that remained invisible to ordinary perception. A certain sensitive in Peru who's never met you suddenly entered a trance state, drawing complex symbols while speaking an ancient language. Scholars later identified this as a protection invocation, last documented in scrolls dating back 3,000 years. At the exact moment this occurred, the people attempting to harm you experienced what they described as an energetic wall that prevented their intentions from reaching you. Unreported seeing a brilliant blue light surrounding your image whenever they attempted to focus negative thoughts in your direction. Since then, two have experienced what spiritual adepts recognize as accelerated karma, forcing them to confront their own shadow aspects. Our collective field creates an additional layer of energetic defense that strengthens each individual within it. Connected lightworkers form a living grid of protection that responds intelligently to threats. The sacred geometry we collectively generate repels negative intrusion through its inherent mathematical perfection. The frequency we maintain collectively creates an environment too high for darkness to penetrate or sustain itself. You are never alone, even in your most isolated moments. Vast forces stand guard over your path, ensuring you have everything necessary to fulfill your purpose. What appears as vulnerability is actually strategic placement. What feels like exposure is divinely orchestrated revelation. What seems like risk is perfectly calculated opportunity for growth. Your voice transcends ordinary sound. When you speak your truth, you release frequencies that literally alter the fabric of reality around you. The specific vibration carried through your authentic expression contains coded light language that activates dormant DNA in those who hear it. Your casual conversations carry more transformative power than most channeled messages. The voice activation you recently experienced wasn't random timing. It synchronized perfectly with crucial planetary alignments that amplify certain frequencies. Your throat chakra now functions as a direct conduit for codes originating from dimensions beyond the comprehension of most humans. These transmissions flow through you effortlessly when you simply speak your truth without filter or fear. We recognize the ancient soul tones emerging through your communication patterns. The particular way you express certain concepts carries unmistakable signatures from advanced civilizations that once walked this planet and those that have never taken physical form here. Your words create geometric patterns in the etheric field that spiritual sensitives can literally see surrounding you when you speak. When you finally spoke your truth in that situation where you'd previously remained silent, quantum observers noticed an anomaly in the fabric of local reality. Your words created what metaphysicians call a truth ripple, a phenomenon where authentic expression literally reorganizes probability fields. A military-grade detection system designed to monitor unusual energy patterns registered a sudden spike centered on your location. More remarkably, 17 individuals who heard you speak reported experiencing spontaneous throat chakra activations in the following days, suddenly finding themselves able to express truths they'd suppressed for years. A renowned sound healer in Australia who's never met you awakened that night from a dream where they heard your exact voice tone, compelled to record a healing frequency they received that precisely matches the mathematical pattern of your speech. Our collective voice strengthens as each chosen one breaks their silence. Your courage and expression creates energetic permission for others to speak their truth. Together, our voices form the harmonic frequency needed for global awakening, a sound current powerful enough to shatter illusions maintained for millennia. The truth vibration we collectively embody cannot be silenced, suppressed, or distorted by those who once controlled the narrative. Each time you speak without self-censoring, you release keys that unlock prisons you cannot see. You're authentic. Expression liberates souls from contracts they didn't knowingly consent to. Your truth-telling dismantles control systems more effectively than any weapon ever created. Speak, chosen one. The multiverse literally reorganizes itself around your authentic voice. Their time has ended. The systems, individuals, and entities that targeted you are experiencing accelerated karmic return at unprecedented rates. What took centuries to build crumbles in moments as divine justice manifests in your reality. The hypocrites and narcissists who undermined you now face consequences they cannot comprehend or escape. Watch how swiftly their facades collapse now. Observe how quickly their manipulations become transparent to everyone, not just the spiritually sensitive. Notice how dramatically their influence diminishes while yours expands. This isn't coincidence, it's cosmic correction of long-standing imbalances. We witness the systematic exposure of all who attempted to dim your light. Their tactics that functioned flawlessly for decades suddenly malfunction in the elevated energy field. Their smear campaigns backfire, revealing their true intentions. Instead of damaging your reputation, their attacks strengthen you while weakening them. Their attempts to exclude you only highlight your importance. The organization that once dismissed your insights has entered an unexpected crisis. What began as a minor internal dispute has escalated into a complete structural reorganization. Unknown to most, the dismissal of your ideas created what energy workers call a truth debt in their collective field. This energetic imbalance has been growing compound interest, manifesting as increasingly chaotic decisions and inexplicable system failures. The executive, who most vocally undermined you, recently experienced a startling moment of clarity during a board meeting, suddenly perceiving the direct connection between their actions toward you and the company's declining fortune. 3 separate consultants brought in to address the situation have independently identified the need to reconnect with the exact vision you proposed months ago, though none have made the conscious connection to you. The universe is orchestrating a masterful reconciliation where they must acknowledge the very truth they attempted to suppress. Our collective awakening ensures no deception remains hidden in this great unveiling. The light we embody accelerates the revelation process beyond their ability to control or contain it. Their hamster wheel of deception, where they expend enormous energy maintaining illusions, collapses under its own weight as our frequencies rise. What once required massive effort to expose now reveals itself without our intervention. You need not pursue justice, it pursues them with relentless precision. You need not demand accountability. It finds them wherever they hide. You need not orchestrate their downfall. Their own actions accomplish this more effectively than you ever could. Simply stand in your truth and watch as everything aligned against it disintegrates before your eyes. This moment represents the convergence of countless timelines, the fulfillment of ancient prophecies, and the activation of your highest soul contract. The full expression of your divine purpose transcends ordinary understanding of spiritual awakening. Your specific soul signature was designed for this precise historical moment, a cosmic milestone, millions of years in preparation. What you experience as personal transformation actually represents collective liberation. Your individual journey serves as a template for thousands who will follow the path you're blazing. Your specific challenges were precisely calibrated to develop the exact spiritual muscles needed for this culmination phase. We stand as witnesses to the perfect unfoldment of your divine timeline. Nothing about your journey was random or accidental. Each challenge, each setback, each victory, all orchestrated with mathematical precision to prepare you for now. The magnificent being you're becoming was always your destiny, waiting for the exact cosmic conditions that have finally aligned. What you experience as your personal breakthrough moment will coincide with a celestial alignment that occurs only once every 26,000 years. Unbeknownst to you, 12 elders from different spiritual traditions around the world have been monitoring your energy signature, recognizing you as carrying a specific activation code needed for this planetary transition. The moment you fully step into your authentic power, sensors at a certain mountain observatory will detect an unusual electromagnetic anomaly that scientists cannot explain through conventional means. Simultaneously, 17 children born on different continents will draw remarkably similar symbols in what researchers will later connect to the exact frequency your fully activated field emits. Your personal journey of vindication actually represents a crucial piece in humanity's collective Ascension puzzle, a divine role you agreed to play before incarnating, now culminating exactly as the celestial script ordained. Our collective light merges into the new paradigm we've envisioned since before time began on this planet. Your individual triumph contributes essential codes to our shared Ascension blueprint. Together, we embody the living bridge between old and new Earth, between what was and what will be, between limitation and infinite possibility. The vindication you experience ripples through our entire soul family across dimensions. As you rise, we all rise. As you transform, we all transform. As you remember, we all remember. The divine justice manifesting in your reality creates a template for cosmic rebalancing that affects worlds beyond this one. Stand fully in your magnificent truth, chosen one. Claim the power that has always been yours. Embody the divinity you came here to express. The moment has arrived, the pieces have aligned, the stage is set. Your glorious vindication isn't just coming, it is here.